Hello, loves, and welcome to the Limitless Podcast. I'm so glad you're here. I know there are so many mamas out there who are just dancing right now because their kids are back in school. Summer has ended, and now you have a little bit of time for you. Enjoy it. Enjoy that time and enjoy those kiddos while they're in school as well. There's so many fun activities that you get to be a part of. And we only have 12 years, and that's a true story. And speaking of only have 12 years, it is 2 weeks before our youngest gets married. Oh my gosh. So lots of things are happening in the Herrin household. We sold our house and we are officially moving as soon as the renovation starts to get underway a little bit more. As you know, if you've ever had construction in your house, it takes a little bit longer than we anticipated, but all is good. Life is good. So enjoy these precious moments. So if you were with me last week, you know, we are talking about the most common limiting beliefs that we all struggle with. And if you didn't get an opportunity to listen to last week's podcast, episode 230, go back and listen. I promise you, you're going to get so much out of that. I list the top five, not necessarily in that order, but I give you five limiting beliefs that we all struggle with. And today I'm going to follow up with the next five. So 10 of the most common that I see as I coach men and women through their belief systems. So take a listen to that. It's really invaluable to you. And many of you have commented and let me know that you are starting to see and becoming aware of those belief systems. And so that podcast obviously has been super helpful. I promise you, you're going to see some that you can resonate with. And I'm going to repeat this. This is not a shame game. We all have them. My job is just to make you aware of them, because once you become aware of them, then you can begin to heal them and rewire them. If you don't see them in yourself, chances are you're going to see them play out in someone that is close to you that you love dearly. So we're going to break each one down and we're going to look at how it plays out in real life. So most importantly, and how you can begin to rewrite those stories. So just a really quick, brief recap of the limiting beliefs that I covered in episode 230, the last episode. I am not worthy. I'm not important. I'm not safe. I'm not enough. And I am not lovable. Those were the five. Let's dive into the next five. And I'm going to give you a quick reframe on each one of those. So I am not capable is number 6. I am not capable. This plays out in, you may say, I can't do this. That's an underlying statement of I am not capable. So these look like, oh gosh, so many different ways, but maybe you're stuck in a job that you don't like and you don't feel like you're capable of doing something else that's on your heart. And I always tell all of my clients, if it's on your heart, it is for you. If it's on your heart, it may not feel like you are capable now, but what is going to transpire is as you step into it, you're going to grow and evolve. That's why we challenge ourselves. That's why we step into our fear zone, is so that we can grow and evolve into that place. When I first stepped into coaching, I was extremely, extremely scared to do it. And for multiple reasons, but I had one foot in and one foot out of my coaching business when I knew very well that this is where I am supposed to be. I knew was my purpose. So there was a lot of fear behind that. And my story was I can't for various reasons. And maybe it's, I can't do something in my business. Maybe it's I can't write a book. Maybe it's I can't start a podcast. It may look like something with your children. I can't be a good mother. I'm not capable of being a good mother. I'm not capable of being a good wife. I'm not capable. So look for I can't and I am not capable. And the reframe is capability grows with action. Don't you remember that? Your capability, your cans, they grow with action. There's no perfect time, my friend. You just have to step into it. Number 7 is I am not seen. I am not seen. This is very prominent. I see it a lot in entrepreneurs. We hide ourselves because we're afraid to truly be seen. We don't use our voice because we're truly afraid to be seen. I see it when entrepreneurs start their journey with social media. They're afraid to fully put themselves out there. And that's really saying that I'm not enough as I am, and I need to really change some things about me before I can truly show up, because I know that I will be judged. So we have this fear of judgment. In your marriage, it also looks like you withdraw a little bit. I'm not seen. You don't fully give. There's a guard around you. There's a protection around you because you don't feel like you're safe to fully be seen. The reframe on this one is visibility often starts with voicing our needs. And that first time you voice your needs, I'm going to tell you, it's going to feel very, very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable when you first voice those needs. But the more you practice it, the better that you will get. And the more freedom that you're going to feel on the inside when you're not contracting and resisting using your voice to share your needs, regardless of what the other person says. You have to share your needs. Okay. It will change everything. You will notice an instant freedom just by voicing it. I remember the first time in my marriage when that happened with me is actually voicing my needs. And it was received well at that point in our marriage. It hasn't always been received well. Okay. Number 8 is I am not free. And this looks like you feel trapped in a 9-to-5. You feel trapped in a relationship. You feel trapped financially. So it's often a feeling of I am trapped. You're trapped with your bills. You're trapped, whatever that looks like. So I'm not free. There is no freedom in what I do. I don't have the ability to be free to create what I want to create. And freedom is everything, my friend. That's why if you live in the United States, that is something that we talk about a lot, is our freedom, right? But we don't recognize that we are keeping ourselves from the freedom that we desire by feeling that we are not free in some area. So freedom is available to you. It's just a belief that is keeping you stuck in believing that you're not free. The reframe on this one is freedom begins in the mind. Freedom begins in the mind. Number 9, I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed. So this is, I'm not allowed, can also play out in lots of subcategories here with I am not allowed. And I am not allowed a lot of times will keep us in spaces that we're not safe. It will keep us in relationships that are toxic. It can also keep us from really experience, again, freedom that we really want. Maybe you want a solo trip, you want to travel. Maybe you, at some point in your life, you were told that the way that you dress is crazy. It's kind of out there. And you feel like you're not allowed to fully express yourself. And I'm going to tell you, I see some women sometimes that have pink hair and big funky glasses with rhinestones on them and very colorful clothing. And I'm like, you go, girl. You totally go, girl. And I love that style because you know how much it takes for them to truly step out and to be authentically who they are. It's not me. I love it. I love for someone to fully express. But being allowed is saying that I cannot express myself in the way that I desire to express myself. And the reframe is you don't need permission. You just need to give yourself permission. You don't need permission by anyone else. It's just you. And what we're truly afraid here again, we're afraid that we are going to be judged if we truly express who we really are. Number 10, this is a good one. And I had to formulate this in the form of I am not, but I'm going to reframe it the way that it will show up in your mind. I am not lovable if I fail. Okay. I'm not lovable if I fail. This comes out a lot of times in those of us who are perfectionists, and likely we were made to feel responsible, but we also couldn't make a mistake. So that's what it shows up in your mind. I can't make a mistake. I can't make a mistake because we don't feel lovable. We don't feel accepted. So I am not lovable if I fail. I can't make a mistake. I absolutely can't make a mistake. And so what do we do here? We constantly have, when it's in our business or even in our marriage, we constantly have one foot on the brake and one foot on the pedal. One foot on the brake, one foot on the pedal. So you just don't really ever get anywhere. You may put everything on the gas and you take 2, 3, 4, 5 steps forward, and then you brake and you go backwards a little bit. So we really never move when we're feeling like we cannot make a mistake. So this is really the perfectionist at its highest, avoiding risks. So the reframe is failure equals courage. But I even want to take it just a little bit beyond that, if I may. It's mistakes are not mistakes. They're an opportunity for us to learn. It's an opportunity for us to learn. Nobody is free from mistakes. I want you to understand that. We all make mistakes. And if you could have done it differently, you would have done it differently, but you didn't. So now you have an opportunity to really learn from the pattern, learn from the past, instead of holding ourselves captive from the past and bringing that into the present moment. It's so unfair to us. And so a mistake is not a mistake unless you choose not to learn from it. And that's truly why our journey is a journey of ups and downs, highs and lows, failure, mistake, etc. It's lessons. That's all it is, my friend. It's just a lesson. I truly don't believe there are any mistakes. Now, I know that there are some horrible, horrendous things that happen to people, from people, but I truly don't believe when we look at, making a mistake in a business, that's not a mistake. It's there for your growth and evolution. Okay. Making a mistake in your marriage, it's there for your growth and evolution. So just remember that. Notice which ones that you have said to yourself, maybe silently and maybe daily. I noticed my limiting beliefs started to pop up, like I've said before, when I'm angry, when I'm frustrated. That's when they really show up. So anger, frustration, you notice them under your breath. When you're fearful of something, I notice them come up in that way too. So how might you look at it differently if you just replace one of those beliefs with a new truth? How would it look differently? Just one of the beliefs that I shared with you today, and you started replacing that with a new truth and repeating that over and over and over. And something that you can journal about. If failure wasn't proof that I'm unlovable, what would I give myself permission to try? Whew. If failure wasn't proof that I'm unlovable, what would I give myself permission to try? What would be more available to you, my friend, if you weren't afraid to make a mistake? Powerful, right? You now have the full list of the 10 most common I am not beliefs. These are the ones that, honestly, you guys, they keep people from living a life of freedom, love, and alignment. Oh my gosh, the number of years and years and years that I wasted. And again, no mistake. I learned from those for sure. And I'm living my best life today. I am living my best life today, but I'm going to be living my best life tomorrow too. And the next day, my best life. And it's going to just keep getting better and better and better. But the number of years that I lived out of alignment without full love and full freedom, it's crazy. And I don't want this for you either. So I want you to really remember that these beliefs are not the truth of who you are. They're just stories, and stories can be rewritten. So ask yourself this week, if I believed I was capable, if I believed I was seen, free, and deeply lovable, no matter what, how could I begin to show up differently? How could you begin to show up differently? Think about that. So powerful. Let me repeat it. If I believed I was capable, seen, free, and deeply lovable no matter what, how would I begin to show up differently? Until next time, my friend, remember this. You are enough, you are seen, you are free, and you can create a life beyond limits. I believe in you. I love you. See you next week. Hey, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Limitless Podcast. If you loved it, and I know you did, make sure to like and subscribe and share it with others. Help us get the message out. See you next week.